All right, so we're cutting out the bed of this Mojave body, and so this is where I'm trying to get it to for now. I'll still have to do some cleanup work. As you can see, that's the bed. So we took all this material out. There's some other material I've already thrown away. I got asked to kind of document this a little better by a good friend of mine, so I'm doing this for him. Now, all of this lip here will probably disappear. I just got it cut down to where I have a manageable surface to work with all the way around and all the way around here. Now I've already tried to dress this up just a little bit just to just to deburr it and get all that slag off. But more than likely that entire lip that you're seeing there will be gone by the time this is over. But this is really where I'm trying to get it to so I can have 3 individual panels in order to work with. I got a little deep with the cutting edge, but we can fix that with a little bit of putty, so it's not a big deal. But so far so good. I did manage to section the hood, and I took video, but for some reason this phone didn't hold on to it, or I did something wrong. But very simple process, very clean, as you can see. And there's the hood. You see the lines are pretty daggum spot on, and it's a very simple thing. I hope that I'll try it again and try to get you guys a little more information, but this is not hard. We're cutting off these edges. These are the inner edges that I just showed you a second ago. See, basically this piece here, and the only thing I'm using is, probably sounds crazy as I'll get out, it's a Dremel with a thin metal blade. And so what you'll do, or what I'll do, is just basically take it and find me a center. It's gonna be hard to do. And that seat on the top of that bed, on top of that tailgate, and just go all the way down on one side or the other, and then break it off. You wind up with something like this, and then the slag that's around it, and I'll show you in a second. There's going to be slag around it, but you can break it off just as simple as just breaking it right off, and then you can dress the edge up with a sanding drum like this, and it should wind up and be pretty clean. But I've got to get this one seam here, and this is where it's a little tricky, because this is where I'm going to have to make a cut somewhere over here in order to use this tailgate. So I am trying to decide now where to do it. So you see here how it's got a slag across the top, and seriously, it just breaks right off. See, it just take it. Some of it might be a little stronger than others, but like that there you can. It don't want to come off, but it just breaks right off like such. And then you can go back and you can clean up all of it with that sanding drum. But this is what I'm trying to get it to. I got to clean that up back there and then make my cut to take the tailgate off, and then we'll have something we can start putting together, making some measurements and figuring out where we're going to start to heat this thing up and bend it. So what I opted to do was cut these 2 pieces out of the tailgate section. This one would be on this side, this one would be over on this side, and all these are the LED bucket locations, or the LED locations for the tail lights on the Mojave. And we're not going to be using anything like that, so this was the better choice, which allowed me to section that tailgate out. It's got to clean that edge up a little bit, but you can see now the tailgate itself. If I need to section it again, I can figure out where to cut it and then put it back together. But we also wound up with 2 decent bedsides. And so now, see, that really looks bad there, but if you flip it over, it's hardly noticeable right there. Just a little bit of putty will take care of that. And the same thing with this one. I'm sorry. But 2 decent bedsides to put on it. And that will show us where we need to heat the bedside for the main hoop of whichever chassis we want to put this on. But from then, it's just simply bolting this to that body on those 2 holes there and there, and just letting them free hang. And attaching the main body to whichever chassis where we're going to attach it, using whatever holes we wind up using down here on the bottom. And that will keep everything true and flush, and allow us to heat where we need to heat and start the bending process to pinch the rear end. Now, mind you, the plan is to do the same thing on the front end as well. That's why I cut the hood out. It may require a little bit more body work, but it shouldn't be anything bad. And again, this section right here will be modified. So none of this sitting on the tire will be here. We're just going to figure out where this damn body's going to go, and then we can start doing all of this modification. But really simple stuff. All you really need is a Dremel. I have the one with the pencil attachment. You know, this guy right here. You don't necessarily need that, but you do need something. A steady hand is one good thing you do need to have. And just take your time, make your cuts, and don't be afraid. Biggest thing, you can always, this is plastic. You can always straighten it back out if you need to, one way or the other. But a little time, this is completely mocked, but this will be dealt with and shortened more than likely. And as you can see, I just got it mocked in with a couple clips, but I've not heated here. This is, if it was going on this body, I would heat it right here and fold that. That would take this bow out and it would look correct. But you get an idea of what I'm trying to do, and then we'll address this on the back end and maybe use the tailgate there. I'm not sure, but if I do, it won't be a hard process. It just takes some reinforcing with some styrene strips and a little plastic weld and things like that, and completely changes it. You know, then you can, whatever you want to do up here. You don't have to do anything up here, man. This is all in what you want to do. But yeah, getting closer. So there you go, part 2. And stick around. We're going to be doing some more. You guys take real good care, and we'll catch you later.